Hi there, good morning, happy Tuesday. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals. Welcome to a little bit more of Tis the Season. Tis still the season. I really do believe that. The week between Christmas and New Year's still feels like Christmas to me. It still feels like a nice time to celebrate. I hope everyone has had a great couple of days. If you celebrate at this time of year, I hope your celebration was wonderful and joyous and peaceful and most of all healthy. And for all of us, I hope for the healthy. So I'm still doing a little bit of work here. This is still the inside front end paper for Mrs. Cratchit's journal. Yes, I am still working on it. I am determined that I am going to finish this beautiful lady at some point this week, and hopefully maybe by the new year, be able to list her in my shop so that next Christmas she can come out and enjoy the season as somebody's journal. So I've got a little bit to work on here. I see a little bit curling up here, and that happens with junk journals. If this ever happens with a journal you've got or a journal you've purchased from anyone, you just get a little bit of glue and roll it back down. It just is what it is when you're dealing with paper crafting, right? It's so simple to take care of. So I've got a few things I want to do with this lovely lady. There's our little ballerina. Oh gosh, I love her. I think she's just beautiful, and I love this little lady with the plum pudding. I have a few things I want to get done. Oh, I guess I better make sure I've got my alarm going. Hold on, let me stand up and see how long I've already talked. 2 minutes. All right, so I need to let's set this for 27 minutes, and that way I'll have time to say goodbye if I get caught short. So I have a few things I want to do. I want to put actually a little tip out on the inside of here, so it'll be like a double flip out. This will go blip, and then it's going to go blip, but it's going to be a tiny little tip out. And then I also want to, there's this little tear here. Let me show you, because it's a used business folder that I've used. So this sort of thing happens. I'm going to embrace it, but I want the option of covering it up. So part of me embracing it is I'm going to take my brush and whatever ink is left on it, and I'm just going to actually give that a little inking and just make it look a little worse, actually. Let's embrace it. It is what it is. So there we go. That might seem funny to you, but to me, it's actually a nice little detail that helps in making it look old. And certainly if this was in fact 100 years old and it did have a tear like that, by now that tear would be dirty. It would have caught on grime. It would, a sleeve passing over it while they're working, it would have been grimy by now. So I still want to be able to cover it up if I don't want to see it. So I want to put this young lady here. It's I think it's the cover from a Gutermann needle pack. It's a replica. I got it out of, now where is it? I've got this cute little booklet here. Found it at my St. Vincent de Paul. What did they want? $2.50. I wonder what it was. I love seeing what I saved. No, the price tag's gone. No price tag. Anyhow, it was in here where there's some copies, reprints of old vintage things. And I just love her. That looks like something, she's pretty, working at her sewing machine. Looks like something to me that a lady would save and tuck in because it looks pretty in her little journal. And I also want to put this in. It's December 1900. So, and it's the tiniest calendar that I could find for December, the oldest. So 1900 was as far back as I could go. I've already backed it onto a card. I have a book called Chronicles of the 20th Century. It's a fantastic book. If you ever find it, grab it. It's big and it's about 4 inches thick. And there's literally a page for every single day. Every week of every month of every year in the 20th century, which is why you'll get little calendars like this constantly for December, January, February. For 1900, I've got tons of these now. On the other side of the page was this one for November. They were on opposing pages. See how, and it tells you a little bit about what was going on that week or that month. Pardon me, yeah, that month in that year. It's a cool book. It's a very common book. I've seen it many times actually at my thrift store. So if you ever see it, grab it. I'm sure you would enjoy it for your journaling pleasure. There we go. So what I want is I want a tuck spot. I want a movable tuck spot in the spirit of sort of like a embellished paper clip. My mind's really wandering today. Sorry about the and groaning. Anyhow, it's similar to what we would do with an embellished paper clip, but I'm not going to put a paper clip in it. I don't think it needs it because these have both already been backed onto cardstock. It's actually might be the other side to this. That's certainly the same color, but I don't know. So I want it to look, you know me, I like things that look like they're sticking out over the edge, but that they're still safely attached. So I want her to be able to go there and cover up that if I want, but then it could still be a full page of writing on. I don't want to over embellish this myself. I do want to leave room for the new owner to have some fun gluing in and collaging in their own things of interest into this book. So I don't want to take it over. I just want to give it a bit of character. So it's going to go like that. Well, I don't want that plain thing showing. So I am going to put December 1900 on the other side, and it's going to look cool on either side, and it's just so easy to do. So what I'm going to do is decide how much I want it to stick out. Let me make sure I'm in camera. I am. Excellent. Yes. I'm sorry I'm high up. Again, the challenges of working on a massive book. So let's grab a ruler. I want it to stick out as far as this is. So I'm just going to use that as my line and use that and this little dent here and there like that. Now I want a little bit of painter's tape. I just want to hold it into place for a second. This is the low tack, so it's very easily peelable. I would still recommend taking your time. Don't rip it off once you're done, just in case now is the time your peelable tape decides not to peel very nicely. So there, I'm holding that there. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm just trying to decide. I don't want it to glue to this. I may put down some more tape. No, I'm just going to be careful. So I'm going to stay away from that edge, and I'm going to use my strongest paper glue. Oh, come on. I have used this morning. I've been at my desk already. Boy, did I clean up yesterday in here. We didn't have a terribly busy Christmas, but it was nice. I'm always happy spending time with my sweet hubby. Any time we have time together is, I'm happy. He's a blessing in my life. So, and we had some family that were sick this Christmas. Well, you know what? That happens when you're dealing with little ones. Little ones get sick. And fortunately, you know what? You can always have a Christmas dinner at another time of the year Doesn't have to be on that day. At least that's the way I feel about it. Christmas can be whenever you decide Christmas is going to be. So yeah, so we did. We had a few cancellations, and that's all right. We will see them. There we go. So I'm gluing that down so that it can be taken on and off. So let's undo this. And then let's take it off so it can finish drying. And that way, I saw a little area. I used a glue stick to glue this on. So I just want to glue that down and give it a little extra fortification. All right, so that can go back on there now. I bet it's fine. So see what I've done there? In a way, think about it, it's like what we do when we make an altered paper clip. That's going to stay on there nice and tight, but if I've got paper that I want to tuck under there, it's a tuck spot on that side. If I've got paper on this side that I want to tuck under there, it's a tuck spot on either side. But it's a movable tuck spot. I could put it up here if I want. I can put it over here if I want. And it looks cute on both sides. So that is that for now. We're going to put that there. And is she still... I wonder if I want to add a little bit more glue. No, that's good. I'm happy. All right, no, I'm happy. Catherine, leave it alone. Step back from the tuck spot. Now, the little extra flip out on this side. I want to, there's going to be a little bit of Laura go into this. Hi, Laura. Laura sent me a lovely Christmas card that she made herself. And what a nice surprise that was to get this in my snail mail. And on the back of the envelope was all this really cool washi tape. How cool is that? So much fun to receive. So I want to reuse this, and it's going to go in Mrs. Cratchit's journal, hopefully. Let's see if this comes off the way it's supposed to. And then we're just going to use glue. There we go. All right. I just love it. I think it's very, very pretty. There we go. All right. So now what do I want to stick on there? Oh, let me show you. So I raided my Victorian Cakes book. And there was a page, I've already got it started. There was a page with some more advertisements on it. And this is an advertisement for beef suet. And in traditional plum pudding, there's beef suet in it. That's the fat in the plum pudding. And you usually want a really nice, well-rendered beef fat in your plum pudding. If it's been rendered several times, which means you've cooked it down and filtered it and cooked it down. Pardon me, I'm going to sneeze. Oh no, again. All right, they usually come in threes. 1, 2, no, of course not. Anyhow, in traditional plum pudding, you want one that's been rendered several times to get the beefy flavor out of it. You just want the pure, clear, flat fat that's just lovely. When I make my plum puddings, I use butter in it. I don't use beef suet, mostly because the first year I said, I'm making plum pudding, and the family found out what was in it, a lot of them said, I'm not eating that. And I found a recipe that called for butter, and it was clear sailing after that. The butter was a-okay. So what I want to do is I'm going to trim this off. I haven't trimmed it yet because I hadn't decided how I was going to make this full tip out work. But I'm going to put it there, and that way that can go out, and it's an ad. I imagine that maybe Mrs Cratchit, that's her favorite place to go and get the suet to make the plum pudding that she makes every year. So I just, there we go. So I want to trim the other side of this because I'm not going to need it. And then hopefully, my plan hopefully is that by doubling that washi tape that it will hold. Let's cross our fingers. See, that wants to slide. So I had a nice time away. I kept thinking, oh, I should go upstairs. I should do a video. And then I just thought, my room's a mess. I'm really enjoying putting my feet up. And Sweetie Pie and I just ended up having a very relaxing couple of days off. He's still working. This is his Christmas to work. So, but he can switch the phone lines over to our house and do a lot of the work from home. So that's nice. I'm just doing that raw edge, as you know. Got glue stuck to me. I've been Mod Podging this morning. Pardon me. And it's drying right now. I wanted to make some of the Mod Podge tissue glassine. It's drying right now. So let's see if it's dry. I used, oh, you're sticking. Hold on. Yeah, you're still drying. That's all right. There we go. So I'm waiting for that to dry. I've got some ideas for this. I'm not sure yet what it's going to be, but we'll see. All right, so I love this Atora beef suet, the original and best. So I want that to go in there and then be able to tip out. So, and I want to be able to use this Noel from Laura and just sort of hold it down. Now, here's my challenge is I want this a little bit stronger, and I may very well glue it onto something and then glue it down. So I'm trying to decide whether I want to glue it onto masking tape or whether I want to glue it onto paper. I might glue it onto paper. I've got some of this left over here. I was thinking about making it more of a journaling spot by putting this on the back, because that's just the back of the cake book. But I'm looking at that now and I rather like that, and I think I might leave it as the back page of that book. Now let's see what this looks like. If you can see the ledger paper through it, it might be a paper that she would have used in a background, right? Yeah, that's not bad. That doesn't show through. All right, we are going to, we're going to glue this down. Oh, let's just do it. So. Where are you? Not sure how wide it is, but I'm going to come on, hurry up. Our glue is drying. art glitter glue. I'm very, very excited. My son and daughter-in-law are down in Connecticut for Christmas, and I asked them if they could please bring me back some Target purple glue sticks. My crush Nancy enjoys that kind of glue, and I thought, you know, she's never steered me wrong, that woman. So they're going to bring me back. There we go. They're going to bring me back some Target glue stick, purple glue stick. I wonder if I want it a little bit longer. Just in case that's a little bit longer. Let's piece these together. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Come on, you. Pull you down. There. There's a chunk under there. Yeah, there you are. There, that'll work, and that'll be a little bit stronger for when I glue it onto there to hold. All right, you. And when I finish with Mrs. Cratchit's ledger, I'm actually very much looking forward to finally finishing Winter Lore. Maybe by then it'll be winter where I live, because right now I gotta tell you, it's calling for rain again today. So maybe Winter Lore will help inspire the winter weather here in Canada, where I live. Now, of all things, I heard Vancouver got snow for Christmas, and that's just unheard of. Vancouver actually, for Canada, has quite a very pleasant climate. And they had our white Christmas. There, that's not, I didn't quite get it. Let's try again. There we go. Okay, I love that. Now, you know what's next? You know. There we go. Twigs. Right. Now, I want a good bend in this, so I'm actually going to, I'm looking for tape again. Oh, there it is. I'm going to run a score line down it so that it gives me a nice floppy bend. And I want it bending this way. Now, how long do I want it to be? And you go to there. All right, I'm going to give that a torn edge. That's fine. So I probably didn't need to. No, I still want that. I still want that little bit of holly there. So that was still well worth the trouble. And let's see, just want to make sure it's nice and icky looking. And go. Bend it again because I want it really good and floppy. Oh, you're giving me grief. I don't mind. We have ways of making you cooperate. I've got little chunks of plastic everywhere. I can't get rid of them all. I made myself a new tear ruler. I found a ruler in my stash that's a little stronger. My blue one is so floppy. It's really, really thin. And I found this one. It's nice and strong. So I chipped off a new edge on it just using my pinchy pliers. And I should have done it over my blue box because now I've got little chunks of plastic everywhere. All right, so we're going to, if I want this to come out, this is going to go like that. No, wait, I don't want it there. Oh my. I want it here. That's where I want it. It's going to go there like that. And then it's going to come out a little bit so that it can flop over. I want that still a little bit. I'm just going to run my thumbnail along it. I want a better, tighter fold. How am I for time? Oh, I got 2 minutes. We can do it. I have so many videos to catch up on. I have not even been watching videos. I've been missing out on December dailies. Maybe this weekend. All right, so now do I want the Noel facing that way or facing out that way? I think I want it that way. So I'm going to, and I want that like, oh, no. I want it there, so I want that there. So I'm going to do this. All right. Now I'm going to line that up with that. Are you kidding me? I think it needs a good clean out. When it dries itself closed that quickly. Oh, I hear you. When it dries itself closed that quickly, it usually means time for a good clean out. Yes, give me a second. Dismiss. Alright, so I want to leave a little room for the hinge. Oh, I hope I did this right. I did. Okay. Yeah, that looks nice. I like that, and then that's going to go there, like that. Let me see how I am for time. I'm good. Let's glue this. Well, it was very exciting today. I feel like I say that at the end of all my videos. Apologies. Wasn't terribly exciting, but we got to catch up. And I do hope those of you who celebrated, had a wonderful celebration. And a healthy one, more importantly. I'm going to overlap this. I just think that would look kind of cool, rather than have it look too matchy-matchy. Nope, I want that in a bit more. How am I? 31. Oh, you guys, thanks for joining me. I'm actually going to try and hopefully have something done for the next day. Now that I've got more time on my hands and there's no cleaning and there's just crafting. Take care. We'll talk soon. I'll post pictures, you know. Bye.